Hi, welcome back. In this tutorial, we will discuss another important fundamental of C language, that is variables. A variable is a name of memory location which is used to store data. Unlike constant, we can change value of a variable during execution of a program. We should always choose a meaningful variable name in our program. For example, to store the age of a person, we can name the variable as age, and to store the height of a person, we can name the variable as height. Before using a variable in our program, we must declare it. The syntax of variable declaration is type followed by name. Here, type is any C data type and name is the name of the variable. For example, the code int marks declares a variable marks of int type. That means marks can store integer values only. We can also declare more than one variable name of same type together. We just need to separate the name of the variables with a comma in such a case. For example, the code int marks, age declares two variables, marks and age of integer type. Once we declare the variable, we may assign an initial value to the variable. This process is called initialization of the variable. The syntax for variable initialization is type name is equal to value. For example, int marks equals 50 assigns the value of 50 to the integer variable marks. We have discussed how variables are declared and initialized. Now we will discuss storage class of a variable. A variable value can be stored in the memory or in the CPU registers. The storage value of a variable determines whether the storage location of a variable would be memory or registers. It also determines the scope of the variable and the initial value of the variable. There are 4 storage classes in C. These are automatic, register, static, and external. Let's discuss them one by one. Let's start with the auto storage class. A variable declared within a function or block with audio specifier belongs to automatic storage class. These variables are local to the block which they are defined in and get destroyed on exit from the block. All variables defined within a function or block by default belong to the automatic storage class if no storage class is mentioned. Here is a program to understand auto storage class. Here, the variable A is declared auto and is defined in 3 different blocks. In the innermost block, the variable is assigned value of 3, so the printf in the innermost block prints 3. And the variable A defined in the innermost block gets destroyed as soon as the control exits from the block. Now, control comes to the second outer block, where the variable A is assigned to the value of 2. This block prints 2 and then the control is transferred to the outermost block. Since A is initialized with the value 1 in this block, so this block prints 1 on the screen. When we execute the code as expected, we get 3, 2, 1 on the screen. Now, let's move on to the register storage class. A variable which is registered with the register specifier is stored in the CPU register and not in the memory. Variables which are to be accessed frequently in the program are stored in the register. The register storage class works in the same way as auto class, that is, register variables are local to the class they are defined in and they get destroyed on exit from the block. To verify this, let's go back to the code where we have used auto variables. We replace the auto keyword with the register. Now, when we execute the program, we get the same output as that of the output which we got using auto as the keyword in the program. Now, let's move on to the static storage class. A static variable remains in the memory while the program is running. Unlike auto variable, it is not destroyed once the function call where the variable was declared is over. Here is an example to understand this better. In this program, by default, count is an auto variable. When we execute the program, we get the values 1, 1 as output. Let's understand how the program generates 1, 1 as output. The initial value of the variable count is 0. It is incremented and becomes 1 in the function fun. So when the function is called first time, it returns the value of a as 1. Now when the function is called second time, it ignores the previous value of count, that is 1, and initializes it again with the value 0. So it again returns 1. However, if we declare the variable as static and execute the program again, then the numbers 1 and 2 appear on the screen. This is because in this case, when the function is called second time, it returns the value of 2. As counter is a static variable, it retains its previous value, that is 1. This value is incremented when the function is called second time, and thus value of 2 is returned. Now, let's move on to the external storage class. A variable declared with keyword extern belongs to the external storage class. When extern specifier is used with a variable declaration, then no storage is located to that variable, and it is assumed that the variable has already been defined elsewhere in the program. Here is a sample code to understand this better. In the program shown here, the extern specifier tells the compiler that variable num has already been defined elsewhere in the program. When the code is executed, it prints the value of x, that is 10, on the screen. If we remove extern int num and execute the code again, undeclared identifier num, because variable num is defined later than it has been used in printf. The extern storage class is also used to give a reference of a global variable that is visible to all the program files. When you use the extern storage class, the variable cannot be initialized. However, it points the variable name at a storage location that has been previously defined. Here is an example to understand this better. In this project, there are two files, namely main.c and support.c. The file support.c prints the value of the variable counter, though it is defined in the first file, that is main.c. This is made possible by declaring the variable count as external variable in the file support.c. Here, external keyword points to the variable count that has been defined in main.c. If we run the programs, we get the value of the variable count on the screen. So this is how we can use extern storage class when two or more files share the same global variables or functions. That's it in this tutorial. I hope you liked the tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will discuss operators and expressions.